Guys, today I'm coming with you to you with a huge warning. Multiple signs have flashed on the chart that we need to talk about and that might lead to a massive crash for Bitcoin. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again. Let's start off on a good note for Bitcoin. When we look at the ETF flows here yesterday, it was a record day. I think we never had that much Bitcoin being bought by the ETF providers here. 18,000 Bitcoin, over $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin were bought, and that kept us, of course, afloat above $75,000, $76,000 currently. So now when we're going straight into the Bitcoin chart, you can see here that now on a stochastic RSI, we start to lose momentum. And you also see that in the price action, because yesterday we pumped here all the way up to $76,900 approximately. And since then we are creating lower highs, and the MACD is losing momentum, the RSI is going sideways, so and that is usually a sign of exhaustion. I still believe there could be one more leg in Bitcoin to the upside, and I'm going to show you in a minute how high I believe that this can potentially go. But I'm already preparing myself to add to my long positions in this support zone. So I believe that Bitcoin will come down here pretty soon into this support zone, or all the way down to the EMA ribbon, which right now I give a 25% chance that this is going to happen in the initial move to the downside. Regardless of that, Bitcoin is now, in terms of the VPVR, basically in La La Land. We can just keep going up without any huge resistance above us currently. The real problem that we have, and the first big warning that I have to come to, is that on the 1 hourly chart and on the 4 hourly chart, Bitcoin is forming a rising wedge currently. And we are already sloping along the upward sloping support line. So, and the more we are clinging on that support line, the more likely it becomes that we are breaking to the downside. So now I actually need to make this a different color. So here, that is on the 1 hourly chart, the next big underlying support level that Bitcoin might drop into if this starts to break down before we reverse and potentially move back to the upside. So, but here is a plot twist with that specific rising wedge. First of all, the indicators telling a completely different story. The indicators on the 1 hourly chart telling us that we are building our momentum to go back to the upside, and that's all of them. Something else that we should not neglect is that rising wedges in a bull market have a really low probability to play out. In the past bull run, I think there were like seven rising wedges, and they were really like one after the other that broke to the upside, and we kept going higher. So now, how high would we go here? So you know that's how we measure. That would bring us close to $80,000, 79,000. Yeah, so if I go here a little bit up, yeah, just above $80,000 if we would break here to the upside. So $80,000 will be a psychological level, and that will definitely be one of the big resistance levels where I expect a huge reaction from Bitcoin, where we first come back down and get rejected before we continue to go into higher price levels. So right now, if you're looking for a new trade setup, because you are sidelined, you watched my video too late, whatever, for whatever reason you are sidelined, the next big trade for Bitcoin is either once we're breaking down from that rising wedge to the downside, and you will be able to buy down here, or if we break above, I would say that area here. So that area here, between 76,400 and 76,880, that is the other level where you can start entering a position if we start to break here higher. So otherwise, in between there, you do nothing. You do absolutely nothing. So if we break down, okay, fine, you have your level down here. If we are not touched, okay, can happen. If we get a crazy wick, when we break down, let's say we come down here, we're almost touching it and then reversing. Okay, then the next level would be here, 75,160 on that reverse where you can enter. But otherwise, you don't do anything. So, and I just wanted to show you this because there is something else happening for me, it's in 35 minutes, 8 a.m. US. We have options expiry day. So there, I have to check again how much options are expiring. I had the number in my head. I just lost it again. There's a couple $2 billion expiring in options today. And that could lead to that breakdown to the downside. So be careful in the next, let be 1 or 2 hours when you are trading, because the market can be a little bit volatile around the option expiry. If you want to trade this, then don't forget, sign up on Bybit with the link in the description and the pin coin below. Deposit $100 and claim your free $500 airdrop position on any of these coins here, guys. I cannot repeat it often enough. Leverage your own liquidity as much as you can with stuff that exchanges throwing around for free. And you should definitely take advantage of that. You deposit $100. It's so easy. Claim the airdrop voucher in the rewards hub. Use the airdrop voucher and all the profits belong to you. And trust me, even with these small amounts, you can get really big results. When we're going into the 4-hourly chart for Bitcoin here on the MDX Algo scalp gradient, you see the price is heating up here, but consolidating sideways. And the reactor indicator gave us the first bearish divergence signal already. So I'm waiting for the second one. And usually when we get the second one, shortly afterwards, we break to the downside price-wise. So because look at this here, second one, here was the first one. So first one, second one. So price was here. Into the second one, we went a little bit down. Then we pumped up again, got the second divergence, and then we broke down over the next, 5 days. So be right now a little bit careful with Bitcoin unless we keep breaking higher. But then, like I said, $80,000 in my opinion is like the last point that we will reach in the short term in terms of new all-time highs before we get then a short-lived reversal. When we're going into the liquidation levels, also long liquidity is starting to build up here. All these late long positions that came in here from 75,200 to 73,400. So here you see again some confluence that we potentially come down here just to liquidate everybody that's down here before we start moving into higher levels. But also here, slowly short liquidity is building up above us, but they're a little bit more cautious. They have low leverage shorts opened here. The degen liquidation levels are currently below us, and I believe they will get taken out if that rising wedge starts to break here to the downside. Then on the liquidation heat map, also here some confluence for the levels below. See here, $75,400 makes a lot of sense. Here is a high concentration of late long positions that came into the market, but the price is kind of in the middle between down here and the next level of $77,000, where we have also some short liquidity concentrated all the way up to $77,450. But I believe if we get here into that pocket of $77,200, we trigger another short squeeze and will then pump here into 78, potentially $79,000. I still have, of course, my Bitcoin trade running. I was up on the high point of over $30,000. I'm still racking in almost $23,000. It's a it's a $1 million trade almost. I'm prepared if we come down. See, all the way down to $73,000. I have positions stacked up here to make sure that once we move down, that I will get filled and can add to my position for continuation to the upside. If you want to stand a chance to win $500 on ZoomX, guys, you know the drill. Sign up on ZoomX, deposit $100, open one single trade, can be $1 in and out, close, and you're eligible for $500 giveaway. I do this twice per week, and later I will give away, by the end of the video, I will give away already the next $500, and the other $500 I'm going to do on Sunday. So on Sunday, you have, again, the chance to win $500. The Bitcoin dominance keeps breaking down here as expected. We will not come back here to like over 60%. This is over, guys, you know, so altcoin season has started, no doubt in my mind. Once we are breaking here below 59.26%, that was also in the past a crucial level, we get continuation. And the real alt season starts when we start breaking down from that massive rising wedge that we are currently in here, and breaking here below 58%. That's when the real alt season is going to start, and we are not far away from that, potentially just a couple of weeks. Then the total free market cap broke out above the $655 billion level. I explained to you guys so many times how important it is that we are breaking this, because now nothing stands in our way to push it to $700 billion. And this is, again, happening much, much faster than you might think. I give this maximum a week, then we have reached this level. And that's why we need to talk about some altcoins right now. So, and one altcoin that's going absolutely nuts today is Solana. We have hit our target here. If you were in this trade that I had given here a couple of days ago, congratulations, guys. But also here, the indicator's telling a clear story on the 4-hourly chart. We are heavily overextended currently. I think on the 1-hourly chart, we potentially... we start forming here a small bearish divergence already. I would be not surprised if Solana starts to pull back here, because we are also here in a golden ratio on the Fibonacci extension levels at $203. But if we pull back here into $193, and that's most likely the level that we are going to, so I can remove this, then the next trade that I'm looking at for Solana, that is the next trade. Because you should not forget, when Solana, now I have to look again, guys, I have to look again. When Solana goes to $260 and starts moving above $260, we start to get into all-time high territory. And Solana looks like that it really wants to go right now and touch the prior all-time high and starts creating new all-time highs. So this is a really simple trade that you can take here, and it would also coincide with a touch of the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly chart, which is overdue. And from there, you can ride this to the upside and bank major profits here, 35% to the upside, and then potentially into a new all-time high. How high that we are going to see how high we are going there, you know. So then Ethereum also rampaging to the upside. You know what I said, guys? I said once we break above convincingly over $2,760, you see Ethereum flying. That's exactly what we are seeing now. That's a catch-up trade for Ethereum. We're going to touch $3,200 by next week, guys. Mark my words. But also here on the 12-hourly time frame, everything points to some consolidation. At some point, we could potentially touch today $3,000. But I expect, if we do that this is directly rolling over again with a wick below 2,900, 2,800 mid-range level, something like that. So also here, I would be looking at to open a new position around $2,800 if you're currently sidelined. Even if we touch today $3,000, $3,100, doesn't matter. I believe we are rolling over, coming down here, and that will be the point where you want to enter if you're currently not in a Ethereum position. Then Link also rampaging. That trade that I gave here has completely played out yet right now. So if you still in this trade and you want to drive this higher, like I said, to $15, then set a stop loss right now at $12.41 and keep riding it to the upside. But your stop loss should be at $12.41. That's where I want to see your stop loss, because even if we come back down here, you would be 12.7% up and basically lose 7%, you know, so if Link turns around you. But also here, I give it a couple of days, then we start to consolidate within that range. If we get a little bit higher, then the range will be a little bit wider. Potentially here, $13.80 to $12.80, like a $1 range, before we then pump to $15. Because on the daily, we still have some room here on the RSI to go a little bit higher, but over the weekend, I also see here that we are potentially rolling over. Then Zai still fighting with the 50 moving average, but I'm still looking at this, at the next potential big trade here. Again, once we're closing a 4-hourly candle above the 50 moving average here, that's where you want to enter. Right now it would be a little bit too early. I would not enter this. I would wait. Aaron, just broke above here the $26.88 level. If we can close today above that, I'm entering and I'm targeting all these levels that you see here. So all these levels are take profit zones. So that looks really, really good right now. The next one is AVAX. AVAX also broke the downward sloping trend line. Also here, close above that level, and I'm ready to enter. Here, again, something, guys, don't use all your money. Don't use all your dry powder at once, because if this is going to pull back, let's say we come back into this area here. Just for that case, you want to have some money on the sideline and place limit orders down here. So because look, stochastic is a little bit overextended, the RSI is not having a sharp angle anymore, you know, so the MACD is still bullish. So, but we had a massive pump here from $22.50. Almost, yeah, 30%. You know, we pumped here in 3-4 days, 30%. So there has to be one red candle or something where you potentially come down here, and then you want to trade this into continuation. The next one is render. Render is good to enter right now. On the 4-hourly chart, we are bottoming out. So here I definitely expect a continuation, especially once we are breaking here this downward sloping trend line. That is, if you missed the entry down here, that's your point where you want to enter at $5.05 approximately. And then we trade this here all the way up to $6.20. The next trade is Rune. Rune, once we're breaking above $5.61, there I want to enter. On the 4-hourly chart, we're also just about to turn around here for continuation. You see all these wicks, they need to get filled. And then the next logical level for me is also $6.20 here for Rune to the upside. So here also nice trade setup, $6.20. So here, there you go. That's the setup. $5.46 is the stop loss. $5.60 is the entry, $6.20 so take profit. So because we got already a bounce from the EMA ribbon, since then we keep going higher, and now we only need to reclaim the golden ratio. Once we have a 1-hourly candle above that, I'm ready to enter. The next one is SUI. SUI also building up momentum on the 1-hourly chart. Here, look, the MACD is about to flip bullish in 22 minutes. The stochastic is still going up. RSI is going up. Once we're leaving the range here of $2.35, this is going to fly. So let me actually, $2.35. That's what we're looking at. So we're just a little bit below the entry level that I gave here for a trade into $2.85. Remember, once we're breaking above $2.39, we are in all-time high territory. If you want to trade some of these coins on AlphaX, a decentralized platform, then you can definitely do that. Use the link in the description below. You get $100 just for signing up there, guys. Just for signing up, you get $100. Plus, if you deposit $100, you get the chance to win $500. I just gave away $500 yesterday, I think. So make sure that you make use of these links while you get all this money for free. And you see here, I have a massive Solana trade open here. And I target $500 as the first take profit point. Now, let me give away $500. I need again the random number generator. $500 on ZoomX, 28 to 54. Let's see who's our winner. 47 here. 335 725 534. If that's your ZoomX number, send an email to info@amcrypto.us with a screenshot that this account belongs to you, and then my team will handle the rest, talk with ZoomX and credit it. You have 24 hours from once I release that video, 24 hours from the moment that I release it to claim your $500. Otherwise, I will give it tomorrow to somebody else. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't get caught in that move to the downside if we're getting it. And don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more money tomorrow.